Okay, so you're past being a Stardew Valley beginner. You've learned some of the tricks of mining and farming. You've stopped trying to give people tree sap as a gift. And you're ready to be a little more focused with your efficiency. All right, well, then let's get efficient. I've got tips for efficient cash making. I got tips for efficient mining. I've even got some tips for efficient love making. That's a different thing. That love making is a different thing. But I got efficiency with love too. Now, these tips are going to be a little bit more advanced and a little bit spoilery. So if you want some more basic tips that leave you some more room for exploration, go ahead and check out my other beginner tips video that I'll leave a link to in the description of this video. Let's start by talking about cash. All right, so cash is king in Stardew Valley because it fills a lot of your other gaps in your Stardew Valley life. You can buy resources from Robin or from Clint instead of spending your whole day chopping down trees or mining ores, right? You can build the best looking farm possible if you have tons of money. Basically, the whole game becomes easier if you have unlimited funds. Also, who doesn't love flaunting their wealth out in Pelican Town, right? All right, now you've probably already seen from other videos or other streamers to fill your greenhouse with ancient fruit and star fruit and then keg them. Keg them. That's right, you keg them. And that's because they produce insanely valuable wine for all the winos in Pelican Town. But there can be a gap between from when you first get your kegs and when you actually have enough access to ancient fruit and star fruit to fill those kegs. Typically, you get your one ancient fruit or your one star fruit, you put it in a seed maker, and then you hope and pray that you're gonna get enough seeds to continue filling your greenhouse. But this whole process can take like, I don't know, a couple weeks, couple seasons. It takes a really long time. So if you wanna efficiently fill that gap, no, I'm not talking about love making yet. Not talking about efficient love. No, if you want to fill that gap before you get all that ancient fruit and star fruit, you're going to want to buy hop starters. Hops actually produce the greatest profit for a keg because even though they take 11 days to initially grow, they keep producing hops every day after that. Pale ale also takes way less time to produce in a keg than wine. Wine takes like 7 days, where brewing a pale ale only takes 1 to 2 days. That means you get 5 pale ales in the time that it takes you to get 1 wine. Now, once space becomes more of an issue, you're definitely going to want to get more bang for your buck. So you're going to want to continue growing those star fruit and ancient fruits in your greenhouse. And don't forget to throw some speed grow or some deluxe grow on them to get this process moving a little bit more quickly. But until then, your greenhouse needs more hops.
I heard they recently decided to add more hops.
Now, you probably noticed I'm talking about all these profits in the context of kegs, but kegs ain't free. Kegs ain't growing on some magical keg tree. And even if they did, Pierre would charge you like, I don't know, 6,000 gold. And then you'd accidentally chop down that keg tree in the winter anyways. All right, so kegs, they require wood, copper bars, iron bars, and oak resin. Now, mining copper and iron, that's not really an issue because I'm going to give you some tips on mining copper and iron here in a bit. But oak resin can be a huge pain to get. Because of that, that means you need to be saving your oak trees, you need to be planting oak trees, and you need to be tapping them oak trees ASAP. That way you can save as much oak resin as possible for all your kegs. Filling gaps and talking about tapping that, still not to the love section yet, surprisingly. Okay, so mining. Until you get those mine carts prepared, you really want to be prepared every time you go to the mines because it's a huge pain to walk back and forth if you forget something important. So I'm going to start these tips by leaving a tip from one of my previous videos, which is to leave a chest at the entrance to the mines. That way you can leave all the stuff you picked up on the way and open up some backpack space for you to enter the mines. But you can be even more prepared than that. Newer players probably have already figured out it's helpful to take vegetables or to take field snacks with you into the mines. But at some point, these foods become a little too wimpy to be much help. You have to eat like 1,000 field snacks to fill your health bar, right? This is where cheese comes into play. Now, this is not just because of my cheese obsession in real life, okay? But actually because cheese restores a ton of health and energy, and it's probably already pretty easy to get if you're already raising cows, you know, for your community center bundles to get the milk. So yeah, go ahead and sell your goat cheeses, but keep your basic cheeses for the mines. Now, if you want more videos of me loving on cheese, make sure to hit that like button so that my wife knows to increase my cheese budget for the next month. All right, let's talk about bombs. Now you might say, hey Drew, I've already got a bomb personality. I got a bomb ass. I'm already dropping truth bombs in your Twitch chat at twitch.tv/Dr. Drew. Why do I need any more bombs? Because they don't require you to smack rocks like you're a miner from the 1800s or something. That's why. Bombs are super efficient and they save tons of time. Once you can craft bombs, whether it's cherry or regular or mega bombs, you should be crafting a few to take with you to the mines pretty much every time. Bombs and cheese. Take them to the mines. Bombs and cheese. That's my new band name. Bombs and cheese. I called it. Dibs. You've been learning so much about the people in this town, and you're trying to build love the right way. You're building relationships. You're listening when they speak. You're really focused on organic, healthy relationship growth so that you can build a solid foundation for your Pelican Town reputation, right? Wrong. You're wrong. You want to know something that everybody loves and they didn't waste any foo-foo time building foo-foo relationships and getting to know what you like? Starbucks. Okay? Starbucks. They don't give a f about you and they don't give a f about anybody, and yet you still keep driving through that drive-thru, dropping 20 bucks on coffee milkshakes, right? This video is sponsored by Starbucks. Seriously, coffee is at least liked by every adult in town, and some people love them. Harvey loves coffee more than he loves standing in random spots around town. Seriously. It's super easy to grow. It produces a ton of beans when it does start producing beans, and you're already building a bunch of kegs for money. For the kids, you can forage grapes for Vincent, you can forage daffodils for Jazz, and you can give crocuses and sweet peas to either of them and they'll like it. Just in case you're a little kid lover.
Little kid lover. That way people will know exactly where my priorities are at.
But for everyone else, just hand out coffees. Super easy. Super easy. Now, if you're looking for some tips on how to make your farm look more gorgeous, add a little color, add a little green, add a little purple to your farm. If you're looking for tips on that, make sure you check out my fish ponds video here on the new fish ponds that have been added in 1.4. You can make your fish ponds green, purple, red, or like the standard blue, and they can really add splash of color to your farm. That's it for me. I'll see you next time, and stay healthy. Doctor's orders.